Can you imagine a freak performer becoming a circus icon among thousands who tried but failed? The main reason they stood out wasn't talent alone. Their unusual looks and sheer strangeness made them famous in their time. What you're about to see is so unbelievable that you might need to watch twice to believe how they became legends of the circus. Take a look at what we've discovered for you today. So, come along and let's get started with top real-life oddities that became circus icons. Number 15, Julius Koch, the Giant of Nuremberg. Julius Koch's extraordinary height was more than a curiosity. It was a magnet for scientific and public fascination in 19th century Europe, born in Germany. His towering frame stemmed from a rare form of gigantism, which caused his bones and joints to grow relentlessly. Yet he moved with surprising agility. Koch toured with traveling circuses across the continent, earning nicknames like the Giant of Nuremberg. But his fame wasn't confined to entertainment. Medical scholars documented his life meticulously, measuring his hands, feet, and limbs for anatomical studies. Despite the attention, Koch led a surprisingly social life, corresponding with fellow giants and engaging in debates about physiology and diet. Costumes were specially crafted to accommodate his enormous frame, and he often collaborated with tailors to design trousers and jackets that wouldn't tear during performances. Number 14. Charles Byrne, the Irish Giant. Charles Byrne, known as the Irish Giant, grew to over 7 feet 6 inches, making him a living spectacle in 18th century Ireland and England, but his story goes beyond mere height. Born in County Londonderry, Byrne's gigantism captured both public imagination and scientific curiosity, prompting physicians to track his growth meticulously. His striking presence earned him invitations to aristocratic gatherings, yet Byrne preferred the raucous energy of traveling fairs, where he could charm crowds with wit and stories rather than just his size. He was reputed to be exceptionally strong and agile, lifting heavy objects effortlessly and moving with surprising grace. Behind the scenes, Byrne was fiercely protective of his autonomy, wary of doctors and collectors eager to exploit him, including those who later sought his skeleton for study. His life intersected with medical ethics, fame, and personal agency, making him an enduring figure in both sideshow lore and scientific history, a man whose humanity eclipsed the extraordinary dimensions of his body. Number 13. Harriet Johnson, bearded performer. Harriet Johnson was more than a spectacle. She was a woman who challenged 19th century notions of femininity while captivating circus audiences. Born with a rare hormonal condition that caused her facial hair to grow prominently, Johnson turned what others might have hidden into her defining stage persona. Traveling across the United States, she performed in sideshows, blending humor, charm, and a sharp wit that endeared her to audiences far beyond the initial shock of her appearance. Off stage, she was meticulous about grooming and fashion, often crafting elaborate hairstyles and elegant dresses that highlighted both her beard and poise. Fellow performers admired her confidence, noting how she navigated the often exploitative circus world with intelligence and dignity. Beyond her act, Johnson corresponded with scientists and journalists intrigued by her condition, balancing public curiosity with personal privacy. Number 12. Hannah Twimman, elegant Victorian bearded lady. Hannah Twimman emerged as a celebrated bearded lady during the late Victorian era, gaining fame across European circuses for her grace and refinement as much as for her facial hair. Unlike many performers reduced to caricature, Twimman emphasized elegance, wearing tailored gowns and participating in dance routines that highlighted poise rather than shock. Her beard, a result of a rare hormonal condition, became part of her identity, but it never defined her artistry. Audiences were captivated not only by her unusual appearance, but by the precision of her movements and the warmth of her stage presence. Behind the curtains, Twimman maintained a strict training regimen, practiced public speaking, and mentored younger performers navigating societal prejudices. She corresponded with enthusiasts and scholars alike, offering insight into the life of a woman balancing fame, personal dignity, and public fascination. Number 11. Millie Christine McCoy, the two-headed twins performer. Millie and Christine McCoy, born 1851 in North Carolina, were conjoined twins joined at the lower spine, often called the Carolina twins. Each twin had independent control of their upper body and limbs, though they shared the pelvis and legs, requiring precise coordination for movement and dance. They performed in European and American exhibitions, specializing in synchronized singing, piano duets, and dancing routines that emphasized dual control and balance. Their stage appearances included specially designed platforms, chairs, and costumes that accommodated their shared anatomy while allowing freedom of upper body motion. Contemporary records and photographs document their height, weight, pelvic structure, and joint flexibility. Touring itineraries and press announcements detail venues, performance durations, and audience arrangements, illustrating the logistics involved in showcasing performers with rare anatomical features. Scientific observers measured limb length, torso symmetry, and coordination patterns, providing valuable data on conjoined physiology. Let's check the next one. Number 10. General Tom Thumb. Charles Stratton, famously known as General Tom Thumb, rose from a small Connecticut farm boy to one of the most recognized entertainers of the 19th century. Standing just over 3 feet tall due to dwarfism, Stratton was discovered by showman P.T. Barnum, who nurtured his talents beyond mere novelty. Stratton mastered singing, dancing, and comedic performance, often playing characters far larger than his stature suggested. European tours brought him before royalty, where his performances combined elegance, wit, and precise timing that won acclaim and respect. Offstage, Stratton was highly intelligent and socially adept, corresponding with dignitaries, negotiating contracts, and cultivating a personal life that included marriage and friendships with performers and patrons alike. He became a symbol of how careful cultivation of talent, personality, and public image could transcend physical difference. Number 9. Moses, the Dwarf Giant. Moses, often called the Dwarf Giant, possessed a rare combination of stature and charisma that made him unforgettable in 19th century circus history. Though small in height, his presence loomed large on stage, commanding attention with expressive gestures, precise timing, and a theatrical flair that elevated him beyond mere curiosity. Born with dwarfism, Moses was trained in acrobatics and dramatic performance, allowing him to execute acts that merged humor, agility, and storytelling. Audiences marveled at how such a tiny figure could project confidence and dominance, often sharing the stage with performers twice his size, yet never overshadowed off-stage. He engaged in elaborate costume design, ensuring that every outfit amplified his character rather than merely concealing differences. Letters and journals from fellow performers highlight his wit, intelligence, and generosity, revealing a man who treated fame as an opportunity rather than exploitation. Number 8. Little Billy, beloved dwarf performer in sideshows. Little Billy became a beloved figure in circus sideshows during the late 19th century, capturing hearts with charm, humor, and dexterity. Born with dwarfism, he was often paired with larger performers, creating visual contrasts that emphasized his agility and comedic timing. Audiences were enchanted by his playful interactions, clever improvisation, and ability to engage crowds without relying solely on his size. Behind the scenes, Billy was deeply involved in choreographing acts, collaborating with acrobats, dancers, and musicians to ensure seamless performances. He also maintained correspondence with fans and scholars, curious about the lives of performers with unique physiques, offering insight into training, daily routines, and the discipline behind the spectacle. His attire, carefully tailored for comfort and visual impact, contributed as much to his stage persona as his natural abilities. Let's move on. Number 7. Edouard Beaupré, extremely tall with unusually large hands and feet. Measurements recorded during Edouard Beaupré's circus career indicate an extraordinary skeletal structure, with limb proportions far exceeding the average for his time. By adulthood, his height reached 8 feet 3 inches, with hands spanning 12 inches and feet 19 inches, requiring custom footwear and gloves. Born in 1881 in Saskatchewan, Canada, Beaupré displayed rapid growth from childhood, consistent with pituitary gigantism, which also caused joint strain and muscle imbalance. His performance repertoire included feats of strength such as lifting heavy barrels, bending iron rods, and participating in wrestling exhibitions, demonstrating both leverage and agility unusual for his size. Touring North America, he performed with Barnum and Bailey and other traveling circuses, often subjected to detailed anthropometric study. Scientific observers documented his proportionality, bone density, and cardiovascular endurance, producing data still cited in historical studies of human gigantism. Photographs, circus archives, and early 20th century medical journals provide precise documentation of Beaupré's measurements, touring routes, and physical capabilities, illustrating the intersection of performance and anatomical study. Number 6. Ladan and Laleh Bijani, modern conjoined twins with circus-like fame. Medical imaging of Ladan and Laleh Bijani revealed a complex craniopagus connection at the top of the skull, with shared venous structures but separate brains, hearts, and vital organs, creating unique physiological and surgical challenges. Born in 1974 in Firuzabad, Iran, the twins demonstrated independent motor control, allowing coordinated movement and individual cognitive function. Prior to surgical intervention, they pursued simultaneous academic studies in law while maintaining separate routines and personal decision-making, demonstrating extraordinary adaptation to shared anatomy. Preoperative evaluation involved advanced MRI, CT, and angiographic imaging to map shared vasculature, informing a 53-hour separation surgery conducted by a 52-member neurosurgical team in Singapore. Intraoperative challenges included controlling hemorrhage from shared veins, reconstructing skull segments, and maintaining stable circulation. Despite meticulous planning, both twins succumbed to massive blood loss. Number 5. Sideshow Sam, performer with extra fingers. Sideshow. Sam exhibited a condition known as polydactyly, possessing 6 fingers on each hand, which became a focal point of his sideshow performances in late 19th and early 20th century American circuses. His extra digits were fully formed, allowing him to manipulate objects with unusual dexterity and execute feats that amazed audiences, such as rapid coin handling, complex rope tricks, and simultaneous instrument-playing. Medical examinations documented the morphology of his additional fingers, noting fully functional bone structures, tendons, and joints, providing rare insight into congenital polydactyly in adults. Sam toured extensively with traveling circuses, performing alongside acrobats, strongmen, and dwarf performers, often demonstrating the functional advantages of his anomaly in competitive exhibition events. Archival photographs, promotional posters, and medical case notes preserved during his career detail his hand measurements, stage routines, and touring circuits. And now get ready for Number 4. Sealo the Seal Boy. Born with a rare congenital condition affecting limb formation and facial structure, Sealo the Seal Boy displayed webbed fingers and toes, as well as a flattened nose and jaw that resembled pinniped features. He performed primarily in aquatic-themed circus acts in Europe and North America during the 1920s and 1930s, including water tanks, synchronized swimming routines, and balance stunts on slippery surfaces. Medical observers documented his skeletal structure, noting adaptations in the hands and feet that facilitated swimming motions unusual for humans. Costume designers created specialized wetsuits and flexible footwear to accommodate his morphology while maintaining performance aesthetics. Contemporary circus records indicate that Sealo participated in coordinated acts with both human and animal performers, demonstrating precise timing, balance, and agility. Press clippings, promotional materials, and early film footage preserved aspects of his performances, emphasizing technical skill over novelty alone. Number 3. Stannislouse the Strongman, over-muscled circus performer. Stannislouse was notable for exceptional muscular development, likely due to a combination of genetics, intensive training, and nutrition techniques employed in early 20th century European circuses. Standing approximately 6 feet 2 inches and weighing around 240 pounds, his muscle mass and definition exceeded typical expectations for performers of his era. He executed acts involving lifting heavy props, supporting multiple performers on his shoulders, and bending iron rods, demonstrating both static and dynamic strength. Contemporary circus manuals and promotional documents detail his regimen, which included resistance exercises, calisthenics, and diet plans, emphasizing protein and starch consumption. Stannislouse also participated in competitive strongman exhibitions outside circus venues, where his grip strength and endurance were formally measured. Photographs and film clips preserved by European Sideshow archives provide visual evidence of his posture, limb proportions, and stage techniques, illustrating biomechanics in extreme muscular development. Number 2. Princess Pauline, dwarf celebrity of traveling shows. Princess Pauline measured approximately 3 feet 4 inches in height due to proportionate dwarfism, enabling participation in European and North American traveling shows during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Her skeletal and muscular proportions were documented by circus physicians, noting symmetrical limb ratios and a typical cognitive profile. Pauline performed in routines involving dance, pantomime, and coordinated ensemble acts with taller performers, which required precise timing and balance adjustments to maintain visual harmony. Tailors crafted miniature costumes that incorporated reinforced seams and stretch fabrics to accommodate movement while preserving aesthetic appeal. Detailed touring records indicate appearances in France, Germany, and the United States, with each performance documented through printed programs and press reviews that listed height, measurements, and act details. Scientific observers and anthropologists referenced Pauline's metrics in comparative studies of human growth patterns and the physical capacities of individuals with proportionate dwarfism. Number 1. Jeanie Eper, performer with unique facial hair. During her touring career in the early 1900s, Jeanie Eper performed with a beard measuring approximately 10 inches in length, maintained through regular trimming and styling to conform to stage routines. Her acts included juggling, pantomime, and choreographed movement with other performers, requiring precise positioning, so the facial hair did not interfere with props or sightlines. Archival circus schedules indicate performances in Vienna, Berlin, and Paris, often integrated into ensemble numbers, featuring acrobats, strongmen, and dancers. Eper's costume designs incorporated reinforced collars and adjustable necklines to accommodate her beard while ensuring flexibility during acrobatic movements. Contemporary press reports provide measurements of her height, weight, and beard density, as well as photographic records of her act setups. Stage management notes detailed lighting angles and audience placement to highlight the beard as part of visual symmetry within group performances. Across continents and decades, these performers demonstrated measurable differences in height, limb proportions, and physical traits. Stage mechanics, prop design, and coordinated routines were precisely calculated to accommodate anomalies. Archival materials and technical records highlight systematic adaptations in clothing, performance spacing, and choreography, documenting human diversity with methodical accuracy. If you loved exploring these unbelievable circus oddities, don't stop here. Hit subscribe, share with friends, like the video, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Your support keeps these fascinating stories alive, and who knows, the next remarkable performer might just be waiting to amaze all of us. Thanks for watching and staying with us.